Hello children, welcome to another class of maths today. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is factorization. Now this topic is not new to you, most of you have already done and practiced in the previous classes, but still there are many students who face problem a lot in factorizing, especially when the variables are present. I mean, like if anyone asks you to find out the factors of the number 12, most of you will write down to 3, but these are the prime factors. What are the factors? Factors of 12 will be each and every single particular number which divides the number 12. That includes 1 also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and even the number 12 itself also divides 12. So each and every single number which divides 12 will be referred to as its factor. But what happens to this thing when we are dealing with the algebra, when we are having a variables? So we have a pattern in which we need to follow, or we have a protocol or set rules where we need to follow for factorizing the polynomials or factorizing a variable. First of all, look into the term. We know that the plus and the minus sign separates the term, isn't it? So over here we can see that we are having two terms. Look into the literal or the number part existing in both of them. What is the number part? Correct, 6, and over here 4. Take out the HCF of these two. That means the highest number which divides both of them, not LCM. The highest number that divides both of them. And yes, that will be the number 2. Write down that. Then come to each and every single variable which is present in both of them one by one. In this we are having a cube and this a square. Look into the one having the smaller power. This is the variable, that is a having smaller power. Write down that with the same power. That means the one which is having the lower power will be taken out as a common factor or as a common part. Then again b is present in both of them. So which one to take? If they are having same, so same will be taken. But if they are having different power, so look into the power having a smaller value. So that means it will be b squared to be taken out. Now open our bracket. Let's see what will be left. 2 into 3 gives us 6. So 3 will be coming up. Now what happens to the power? Remember, this is getting divided. So when the bases are same, powers will be subtracted. So 3 minus 2, 1 will be left. So that is why we simply write down a, because it is quite understood that this is having a power of 1. Out of b square, see what is being taken, we are taking out common. So that means it is a cube divided by a. So bases are a square. So when the bases are same, powers will be subtracted. So that is why we are getting a. Similarly, b square divided by b square, 1. So we don't write nothing. Now out of 4 we have taken out 2 common, so 2 will be left. And then from a square is taken out, so nothing will be left for a. B cube, power of 3, power of 2 is taken out, so 1b will be left. So this will be your final answer. So this will be the thing left over, and this will be your common factor, or this will be the factor. Let's move ahead. Now what if we are having 3 terms? Again the same funda. Look into each of the term. This is one term, second term, and third term. What is the number part? 13, 26 and 39. Find out the HCF, and that will come out to be the number 13. Then look into each of the variable which is present in each of the term. We can see that a is also present, b is also present, as well as c is also present. So one by one we will be taking all the variables. So out of 4, 3 and 2, which is the smallest 2. So that will be taken out as a, we don't have to stop, we have to continue looking for b also and c also. Again 4, 3 and 2. So again a power of 2 will be taken out common for b, and same goes for c. Now let's see what will be the leftover. So on 13, out of 13 I have taken out 13 common, so 1 will be left. Now out of power of 4 I have taken out 2 common, so power of 2 will be left, because 4 minus 2 will be 2. Same goes for b, and same goes for c. Minus, over here what will be left? It will be 2, and out of 3, 2 has been taken out, so 1a, a power of b with 1, and c with a power of 1 will be left. And over here it will be 13 to 3, 39, and nothing will be left from the variable. So that means this will be the leftover. So what we can see, that we are having something getting multiplied by a bracket. So this is what is basically a factor, that a bracket could be multiplied by a single term, or single term could be multiplied by another single term, but we will, or even a bracket getting multiplied by a bracket, but we will never ever get such a thing, a bracket getting added to another bracket. That is not factorizing. That is like we are having the terms and we need to simplify it to factorize it. Let's take up this question. Now in this we are having this thing present before the bracket. So there are 3 steps. First of all, look into the SCF of number part. Then look into the SCF of variable. But which variable? The one written outside the bracket. And similarly then take out the SCF of the bracket. So bracket again, whichever is the smallest power will be taken out. Let's proceed step by step. So out of 6 and 8, take out the SCF. So it will be correct 2. Let's see. And from the bracket it is a power of 2, a power of 1. So 1 bracket will be taken out common. So let's see what we are going to left with. From 6 we have taken out 2 common. So 3 will be left. A bracket is having a power of 2. 1 bracket has been taken out. So 1 bracket will be left. And 2 into 4 is 8. So it will be minus 4. And bracket is having a power of 1. 1 has been taken out. So no bracket will be left for the second term. So now if you want you can release this parenthesis 1 and but do not multiply, let it remain as it is. So it will be 2 into 2a plus 3b, and over here 3 into 2a, so that will be 6a plus 9b minus 4. So this will be the factors, or this will be the final answer. Now let's take the next question. We have x square plus 1 upon x square minus 2 minus 3x plus 3 upon x. Now over here look into this is a square, this is a square, this is no square, and again all these are no square terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always remember, whenever we are factorizing, either a thing could be common in all the terms, and if not, then it has to take the even number of terms. It might be like 2 terms, then 2 terms, then 1 cannot be left. So it will be like you have to look into it properly. If you look into this, this and this, what is this thing? This is simply the expansion of x minus 1 upon x. Let me write down over here x minus. How do we come to know? What we can do is that x square can be written as square of x. 1 upon x square can be again written as 1 upon x whole square. Now let's try to write down the middle term based upon this. Forget about minus 2 is existing. We know that a square plus b square minus 2ab is the expansion. Why? Because of the minus sign existing. So 2 into a into b, because we know that this and this when get cancelled out will be left with minus 2. So yes, all the 3 terms are getting matched for a minus b whole square. And let's take out minus 3 common from here, so it will be x minus 1 upon x. Now these 3 terms are constituting the whole square, so we can write it down to be as x minus 1 upon x whole square minus 3 into x minus 1 upon x. Now this is a bracket which is common in both of them, so 1 bracket will be left and minus 3 will be left. So that's it. This will be your final answer. Now before we proceed ahead, we'll be having these few. Some of you may say formula, some of you may say identities. It's better that we call it to be as identities rather than formula. Why? Because formula is simply an expansion of something that what will be the terms. These are not the terms. These are the brackets getting multiplied by one bracket getting multiplied by another bracket. One bracket getting multiplied by another bracket. So these are the 2 factors or the 2 brackets that we are going to expand or that we are going to obtain for a cube plus b cube. So what is a square minus b square? A plus b in one bracket and a minus b in another bracket. What is a cube plus b cube? This is simply a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. And then what is a cube minus b cube? It is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Okay, let's take a few questions. Okay, we have to factorize this thing. The very first and simple rule says that look into the terms, and if there is anything common, take out the thing common, the highest common. From the number part, yes, we can see that we are having common, isn't it? So what is the highest thing that is common to both of them? Correct, that is 2. Alright, so on taking out common, we will be left with 16x square minus 9y square. Now what is this thing transformed into? we can see that this is the square of 4x. So we will have to write down. No, you will have to represent it in a bracket. Remember this thing. Most of you just simply write down 4x square. That is wrong. Similarly, some of you will write down this to be as 3y square. No, you have to place it in a bracket. So now this thing will be your a and this thing will be your b. So in one bracket a plus b, in other bracket a minus b. Let's move on to the next one. So now we are having 2x to the power 4 minus 32. Again, same concept. Take out if there is anything common. Yes, we can see that the number 2 is common. So it will be x to the power of 4 minus 16. Now this thing is not a square. This is having a power 4. Doesn't matter. We know that this is the square of x square and this is the square of 4. So again, in one bracket x square plus 4 and other bracket x square minus 4, and we'll move on to the next one. No, over here see x square minus 4, again a square minus b square. So yes, it might be possible that even after factorizing again a bracket needs to be factorized. So you will have to do multiple time if it is possible. So I'm writing down directly, but you need to write down again x whole square minus 2 whole square. So it will be x plus 2 in one bracket and x minus 2 in another bracket. Okay, let's come to this one. Now most of you will write down 3 minus 12 and you will subtract this thing. No beta, you cannot, because this and these are not single term, they are different terms. So let's see if there is anything common. Yes, 3 is common. So we'll be left with 1 minus 4 into a minus b whole square. Now is there anything common? Now nothing in common. And is there any square? No, 1 is not a square, 4 is a square, bracket is also given in a form of square. Yes, we know that 1 is a square of 1. So what? We will have to represent it square of 1, and similarly this combined thing will be written as twice of a minus b whole square, because the entire thing has to be represented in the form of square. So it will be a plus b, sorry, this is minus sign, in one bracket, and in the other bracket a minus b. So that means we'll be getting 3 into 1 plus 2a minus 2b in one bracket and 1 minus 2a plus 2b in another bracket. Let's move on to the next one. Now we are having x minus y minus x square plus y square. Okay. Is there anything common in the first two terms? No, nothing is common. Chalo, let's note it down. In the next two terms, we can say, chalo, let's take out the minus sign common. So we will be left with x square minus y square. Yes, now in the next bracket we can write it down to be as, see, we can place this thing in a bracket because there will be no harm, because there is no minus or plus sign or any number that will get this thing changed. It will remain as it is. And over here a square minus b square, so it can be written as a plus b into a minus b. So this is one term, this is another term, and both are having x minus y common. So we can take out x minus y common. Let's see what are we going to be left with. From here one bracket will be left minus this one of the bracket will be left, that is plus 1, x plus y. So on releasing it will be minus x minus y. Okay, let's take this one. Now in this case we are having a square, and we know that even if we try to write down, this is not a 2ab term. 2ab term is normally obtained from a and b. So if it is x, this is x, so it can be only plus 2 or minus 2. Isn't it? So that means minus 11 in the form of minus 2 can be written as minus 2 minus 9, and in the form of plus 2 it can be written as plus 2 minus 13. We know that we will not take it this form because this is not a square. I'll tell you why. Let's see. If I am going to write it down to be as minus 2 minus 9, so this thing is getting formed up a whole square, and this will be x minus 1 upon x whole square minus 3 square. But if we write it down to be minus 13, 13 is not a square of anything, perfect square. So that is why we will drop that thing and we will be taking this into consideration. And now in one bracket a plus b and other bracket a minus b. Moving on. Okay, let's take x. Now over here we are having x to the power of 4. Let's take, we can write down x square to be as y. So it will become y square plus 5y plus 9. Isn't it? This is what we are going to obtain from this thing. Now this is no square or something getting applied, or not even a factorize, because if we will calculate the factors for the trinomial to factorize, 9 factors will be 3 and 3 or 9 and 1, but we cannot obtain plus 5 from it. So what we can do is that let's add y and subtract y, so that we are able to transform this thing into a perfect square. So that means it will be y square plus 6y plus 9 minus y. And now what is this thing? Correct, this is the expansion of y plus 3 whole square. So we can write it down to be as y plus 3 whole square minus y. Now what to do? We are not having a square and we have to have a square minus b square form. So let's substitute the value of y back. So that means it will be x square plus 3 in one of the bracket minus x square. So in one bracket a plus b and a, let me write down this over here, and a minus b. This will be the another bracket. Moving on. Okay, now this is what we are having. This is getting multiplied plus 4xy. Now we cannot do anything. Let's release the bracket. So this will be multiplied with the thing that we studied in the chapter of expansions. So 1 minus x square will be multiplied by 1 and 1 minus x square will be multiplied by y square. So it will be minus y square plus x square y square plus 4xy. Fine. Now over here, this is the main thing. We'll have to rearrange the terms and we'll try to break it down this very part, because we are having x square and y square and we are having x square y square also. So let's see what we can group up. So if we write it down to be as 1 plus x square y square and take 2 from here, 2xy, okay, in one of the bracket, and then from the leftover, that is x square y square and this thing, let's take out minus sign. So it will be x square plus y square minus 2xy, because minus and minus will become plus and plus 2xy will give us 4xy. So what is this thing? Correct, this is expansion of 1 plus xy whole square. And what is this thing? Yes, quite obvious, this is x minus y whole square. So a square minus b square, in one bracket a plus b and in other bracket a minus b. So this will be your final answer. Alright, okay, chalo. Let's take this one, x to the power of 4 plus 4. We know that we have an identity that exists for a square minus b square, not for a square plus b square. So what do? Let's try to convert into a whole square form, that is by adding 4x square and minus 4x square, because that will be the term for the x squaring part. So then that case, if we rearrange, can we write it down to be x to the power 4 plus 4x square together and then 4x square together, so that this gets changed into a complete or a perfect square. So that is x square plus 2 whole square and minus 2x whole square. So this will be a square minus b square, a plus b and a minus b. Fine. So this will be a final answer. Now this is one of the application widely used, that is, instead of calculating whole square of this and then subtracting the whole square of this, we are already aware that a square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b. So in one bracket a plus b and in other bracket a minus b. So that means it will be equals to 968 plus 32. So that will be equal to 1000. into this gets subtracted, so 8 minus 2, 6 minus 3 and 9. This easily gets multiplied, and so we can directly write down 936,000. So this will be your final answer. Alright. Okay children, now we have few more questions to deal before we end with this chapter. Now we are having x cube minus 125. The very first thing, is there anything common? No, nothing in common. So can we write down x cube to be as cube of x, and that is what it is, and 125 cube of 5. So now whenever we are having a cube minus b cube, it will be a minus b bracket a square. Opposite of this sign will be the sign for ab, that is plus a into b plus b square. Isn't it children? Okay, straight away a cube minus b cube, a minus b bracket a square plus ab plus b square. Moving on, let's take this one. Now is there anything common? Yes, we can see that the variable a is common. So on taking out common, we'll be left with a cube plus 343a. Okay, now if we look into this thing, this is the cube of a and this is the cube of 7, isn't it? 7 into 7, 49, 49 into 7, 343. Alright, now over here a cube minus b cube, so a plus b in one bracket, other bracket a square. Opposite of this sign will be for ab, minus 7a plus b square, that is 49. Alright, a square minus ab plus b square. Chalo, let's take this one. Now we can see that we are having a number also as well as a variable also being common. So take out common thing. So we'll be left with x to the power of 6 minus 8. Isn't it? This is what we are going to obtain from here. Now what can this be written as? Let me draw a line. It can be written as x cube, x square whole cube minus 4 whole cube, because power and a whole power, both the powers get multiplied, and this is what we are going to obtain. So that means which can be written as a cube minus b cube, a minus b bracket a square, so x to the power of 4 plus opposite of this sign ab and plus b square. Now what we can do is that over here, if we look into the first bracket a square minus b square, so again it can be split, made a split, and we can write it down to be as a plus b and a minus b. Over here, are we having a perfect square? No, but we can transform. How? Do one thing. 16 is a square of 4, this is a square of x square. So that means as per these two, the middle term will be 8x square. So plus that number and subtract that number. So x to the power 4 plus 4x square plus 8x square plus 16 minus 8x square. So we are having 2x into x plus 2 into x minus 2, x to the power of 4. Now plus 4x square minus 8x square will be minus 4x square, and 8x square plus 16. So this thing is going to form us a whole square. So that means it will be 2x into x plus 2 into x minus 2, and this complete thing is, yes, this is expansion for x square plus 4 whole square minus 2x whole square. Alright, I am writing it down over here. So that means now inside the bracket again we can apply a plus b and a minus b. So that means it will be 2x into x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x square minus 2x plus 4 and x square plus 2x plus 4. So this will be the final thing. If you stop it over here, you will lose mark. This doing is important. Alright, so we'll have to check and do it accordingly. Okay, now comes the trinomial. If you have to factorize a trinomial, so let's see. So for factorizing a trinomial, look into the coefficient of x square and this thing number part, multiply them. So that means 39 multiply by 2, you will try to start calculating for 78. No, wait, write down it into its prime factors, and 39 can be written as 3 into 13 into 2. Alright, now we have to obtain two numbers which on addition or subtraction should be giving us minus 7, and when multiplied by the way same sign should be giving us minus 39 into 2. Alright, okay, this should be the thing. So that means if we take 2 into 3, 6 and 13, so minus 13 plus 6, yes, it will give minus 17, and minus 13 into plus 6 will give us minus 78, and yes, that is what we need. So that means it can be written as 2x square minus 13x plus 6x minus 39, and so taking out 2x common, so it will be x minus 13 plus 6, no, 6 won't be common, so it will be, so on taking out it will be 3, that will be common, so we will be left with 2x minus 13. So now both the brackets are same. This is the main proof when you will get to know yourself, are we doing it correctly or not. So the bracket common will one of the bracket and the other bracket will be x plus 3. So this will be the final answer. Let's take this one again, the same thing, multiply minus 7 by 3, so that will be 21. Calculate the factors for 21, 3 and 7 itself. So using 3 and 7 we need to obtain minus 4. So that means if we take minus 7 plus 3, yes, we will obtain minus 4, and when multiplied minus 7 into plus 3, yes, we are obtaining minus 21. So it will be 3x square minus 7x plus 3x minus 7. On taking out common, we can see that we are having x common, so it will be 3x minus 7. Now nothing is common, so we will say that 1 is common. We will never write down anything without the number part. So 3x minus 7 is one of the bracket, and the other bracket x plus 1. So this will be the final answer. Now when we are having such a thing, let's do one thing. 8a minus 2b whole square. Let's take out minus 2a minus 2 common. So we'll be left with a minus 2b minus 1. So let's assume a minus 2b to be as x. So that means it gets transformed into a proper trinomial, that is 8x square minus 2x minus 1. So now multiply 8 and minus 1. 8, calculate the factors for 8. Now out of these three we have to group in them and form just two numbers which on multiplying should be giving us minus 8, and when solved should be giving us minus 2. So if we take minus 4 plus 2, yes, we obtain minus 2, and when multiplied, yes, we are obtaining minus 8. So that means it will be 8x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 1. So that means we make a split only of the middle term. So taking out 4x common, will be left with 2x minus 1, and taking out 1 common, 2x minus 1. So one bracket will be 2x minus 1 and the other bracket will be 4x plus 1. So this will be the final answer. So you can pause the video, go through each of the questions properly, and then again from all the exercises for A, B, C, D, your homework will be to take the odd questions from all the exercises. Okay children, bye.